What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy day today. Bitcoin dropped a lot. Actually, we lost $90,000 right now. We're above it. We're at 92,000. But that doesn't mean we can't drop back down. We'll take a look at what the probabilities tell us now, where we could possibly hit that line that I was mentioning to you around 86,000. Now it's looking like it's more probable that we could hit there. Well, I have a special guest today. I got my little boy with me. So we're gonna do our best to make this a quick video because if not, he'll start getting crazy. And we're also gonna take a look at some altcoins because there's a lot of deals out there. And so without further ado, let's do this. All right, so Saturday and Sunday, basically what we expected, and then no, just stand there and look handsome. So Saturday and Sunday, we have these two little things right here, and today Monday, big drop. We dropped as low as 89,000, around 89,149. Very close to touching this line today, which is around 87,000. Okay, remember every day that line goes up a little bit more, right? This drop right here lasts around 14 days before a turnaround, for about a week, or a little over a week of turning around, and now we're at 7 days. So another 7 days would bring us, assuming this is more or less gonna be very close to what it did last time. 14 days would be January 20th, more or less, right? So we could possibly drop for another week, January 20th, right around here, and January 20th would be at around 88,000. This line, right? Because this took 14 days to kind of touch the bottom, and then it came back up. So maybe might not be exact, right? But I mean, we could probably look towards something like that. Maybe we could probably look towards this week dropping. Obviously, the alternative is that you know, we don't. This is just a huge, massive fake out. This is it. It only lasted 1 week, and now the rest of this week we start moving up. But this wick, even though it got eaten up now, that doesn't mean there's not going to be more pressure coming, more selling pressure coming in the hours later today, in the next days to come. Okay, because take a look at the DXY. Okay, look at the 2-year bond yields. Take a look at the 10-year bond yields. These are all things that we don't want to see going up. All right, the Dow Jones, although it's having a green day, but look at all of this drop recently. The Nasdaq is having a red day, and it looks like it wants to drop some more. And the S&P 500 at least having a green day, but it's way down here. Okay, at least it filled up all these gaps right there. Okay, speaking of gaps, here's another one that's interesting. This is the CME futures gap on Bitcoin, and there's one way down here at around 80,000, 89,000. Now, I don't think we get there, but I also said there's less probabilities of us touching this line. Now I'm thinking that the probabilities have increased significantly, because once we drop past 90, and if we lose that level, we're touching this line. You know, and this line is porous, as I mentioned to you. So I mean, it could be that we go underneath it, below it, but I mean, 80 is down here. I mean, unless it's just like a major wick and a major event, I don't see that happening. Okay, how low was this drop, by the way? Let's take a look really quick. Let's just analyze this drop a little bit more. It's around 15%. Okay, right now it's this morning it was around 13%. Around 15% would bring us down to 86,000. What is it? And around, all right, and 20%, which is not out of the ordinary, right? 20% would bring us down to 81, 79,000. Where does that get us? A little over 20, just from this drop right here. To close that CME gap would be around 23% dip. That's not out of the ordinary. Even in an upwards market, we have seen that before. We haven't seen too many of them during this time, right? But they are possible. What is this from here to this one? Or from here to this one? Let's take a look really quick. This is a 29% dip, guys. 29% dip. Okay, so I mean, we have seen them. So we have seen them as close as 29th of July, right, to the 4th of August. We saw a 29% dip. Okay, I'm sure people were really freaking out. Where does the 29% dip take us this time? Let's see, assuming this one right here, this top down, 29 would bring us down to $71,000, $72,000. I don't know. I don't think so. I personally don't think so. The guys, I think we stay in this triangle. Maybe we explore just underneath it, like I said, because this is a porous line. So you know, boom, 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 boom. But this, if we do interact with this line, I think this is the last time we interact with this line for probably quite a few months, down the line, because then I think we're gonna go up. Okay. before April 30th. Okay, and remember I mentioned to you we only need like 200 something days, over 200 days of just of time, right, for us to just go up, boom, right, and we could have, and in those 200 days we could go really parabolic. So those 200 days, like I've mentioned in past videos, could start now or could start before April 29th, or it could start after, right? It could start after, and that would bring us into 2026 as far as a top, okay, which is completely possible, all right, considering, again, looking at the DXY, the 2-year 10-year bond yields, okay. And it would still be okay. It would still make sense. Remember, these cycles are getting longer. Like the up parts of them, they're lengthening. The cycles are lengthening. So I mean, that's something that we also have to keep in mind, right? But as far as I see it, no big deal. I mean, if you have capital, then you put it in. If you don't have any capital right now, then you wait. And a lot of people are in the same situations, you know, because they're expecting a certain outcome and they're out of capital. All right. I mean, it's going to happen to all of us. Okay. And again, if that is the case, then you just sit tight and wait it out. All right. That's all there is to that. Let's take a look at others really quickly. Look at this. We touched this line. First time we touched this line was on December 20th. Okay. And it took us how much, a month or something, 24 days, almost a month before we touched it again. Okay, now here we are again. Hopefully we hold on to it, but I mean, if Bitcoin drops a little bit more, I can see us dropping a little bit more. This was like the cycle top in April for altcoins, I mean in March, and since then we've been dropping, you know, but previous to that, you know, we've been going up. And if you look at it like this, it's just basically, you know, before we top out a drop, we didn't even touch the half a billion. I mean the half a trillion, 497 billion. But I think we will. We're going to break through it. But right now, this is just what it is. Okay. Hopefully we hold on to this. If not, we drop a little bit lower. But I don't think we come all the way back down here, like right here, like we were in December of 2022. I don't think so. We're heading up this way. All right. So this is just a little bump in the road. No big deal. It's just part of the ebbs and flows of the market, and eventually, we're gonna keep going up. So I mean, again, those that have capital, thank your lucky stars, okay? Because you put it in right now, and in a few months from now, you're gonna be happy. Those that don't have any capital, you already made your moves. Just wait a few months, and you're gonna be happy, okay? Just that's all there really is to it. Let's take a look at some of these coins that I think are, a lot of them are in just huge great buy areas. One of them, Alchemist AI. Hear a lot of great things about this one. Okay, you don't need any coding to create a bunch of stuff. Under 100 million market cap right now, 10.9 million in volume still. Hit the 786. You can see the wick. I think maybe we come back down. Maybe you can between catching it between 9 and 6 cents, 6 and 9 cents. Definitely worth it. See if Momo will make you something. Between 6 and 9 cents, I think would be a great buy. Okay, what else? Check out this one. Tetsuo coin. I think I might have mentioned it maybe once or twice. Okay, it went on this nice little run and it's come back down. So now that it showed that it can run up on it coming down, that's when you kind of start watching it to see, right? Try to find out about it. Tetsuo coin, 37.2 million market cap, 10.9 million volume. Really good number. Here's one that I was looking at called Burp. All right, Burp coin. It was at like 500,000. It just came out. This is what it looks like. Okay, just came out, just 2 days old. And I would have had a little bit of capital. I would have put a little bit of capital into this, but you know who told me not to? Agency found out, so just said, no, this doesn't look like a good play, and I listened to it, and I'm glad I did, because here we are. All right, although it wouldn't have been nothing, it was just tiny capital, but still, an agency. This is this one, okay? This is, I think this is my favorite one out of them. Although I also like Quant, but agency, large detective agency, 5.8 million market cap, 939,000 volume.
It is too.
Yes, it is. I'd look very strongly at this one. Look at all that. Look at that big move up, and that big drop. All right, catching it right here where it's at right now, 0.004. Yes, I'd be buying. If it drops below, I'd be buying more, because this project is good. This thing is really good at if you give it a contract, it'll analyze that contract and it'll give you a lot of information about that project. Go check it out yourself. Go on their Telegram or even on their Twitter. You can ask it on Twitter, but I'd recommend the Telegram. You give them the contract address, and then she will go and do the work in about a minute or two, maybe less. This is really one to look at. This is an AI agent. Quant is the one I mentioned as well. Okay, I like this one too. This one's at a higher market cap. Look at it, dropped to 786. It rejected really high off that. 786 is at 009, and right where it's at, 0.012. 12.2 million market cap, 1.5 million in volume, guys. I like this one too. Let's see what IQ is looking like. Oh, you know what? Let me show you this one too. This is one I haven't mentioned to you, called Cloudland. Cloudland, and it's looking really strong. Looking really strong. 4 days up, even on a red day like this. 11.2 million in market cap, 1.9 million in volume. Cloudland, CLO. Where are you going? CLO. Okay, on base. Cloudland. Definitely check it out. See if it's something that you like. I hear a lot of buzz. 17 days on it. I would put something on it right now. I'd be DCing in on this. I think this thing could run. And what else did I like? Am I looking at? Here's one that was just put on my radar yesterday. It just came out actually 2 days ago. 1 day, 13 hours old. Okay, this is on the hour chart. This is what it looks like on the daily. Right. So I mean, it could be that it has more to drop, but look at that big drop, and then that it got eaten up a lot. Right. This is what it looks like on the hour. Big drop, and now it looks like it's rebounding. Although it doesn't mean it can't turn over again and start consolidating right here. Hollow Zone, 26.4 million market cap, 46.1 million in volume. This on Solana, 1.5 days old, one day, 13 hours old. Okay, definitely check it out. Do your homework on this one. This one looks pretty interesting. Although it's brand new, brand early. So I mean, obviously, you gotta brand new, really early. You really gotta do your homework on it to make sure, right? Because these things could come out really strong and all of a sudden, boom, drop. But it's got a nice little buzz. Right. And yeah, those are the ones that I kind of want to bring to your attention. ARK is one that I think is in a good buy area. AI Rig Complex touching the 618. It did turn. It turns out that was a turnover, and it did come back down to 786. I'm sorry, the 786 at 21. Well, the 786 is at 18 cents. It's at 21 cents right now. 260 million market cap, 26.1 million in volume. AI Rig Complex, ARK. I'd be nibbling here. If I had capital, I would be putting a little bit into ARK, guys. Into ARK. What else? Vibe is showing a lot of strength right now. There's rumors that it's going to maybe get listed on KuCoin. I don't know how true it is, but see this drop. I think we could probably catch it even dropping right here at 0.005. But if you can catch it at 0.006, 0.005 to 0.006, buy all day. All right, this thing is gonna do really well. It's only a month, almost 2 months old, guys. Eventually, this thing's gonna turn around and go. I mean, it's trending in the right direction, right? Even though it goes up, drops, goes up, drops, but then it goes up, and every time higher high, low, higher low. So far, higher low, and even if it goes down to 0.005, it would still be higher low because it's going up this ascending line. Okay, Vibecat, definitely one to look at, guys. Okay, I think that's it. That's it for now. There's others that I like. There's so many deals out there. There's so many deals out there. All the ones that I really like. Other than the ones that I mentioned to you, the ones that I always bring up to your attention, the Megos, the Keycats, and all that stuff, the Toshis, the Dog and Me's, the Apples. Those are all in good buy areas, guys. So keep that in mind. But we'll do that video another day. Okay. In the meantime, actually, let's go really quickly back to Bitcoin, and then that's it. It'll be interesting to see what Bitcoin does. Okay. But right now, my bias is that because we're so close now, because we're touching around 90. If we don't break below 90, okay, and that might take a week to kind of just test it and see. It might even take a couple of weeks, right, to test it and see. I don't know about a couple of weeks. All right, 14 to 20 days, I would say, is how long a drop during an upcycle normally would take. Okay, 14 to 20 days, not much longer than that. Okay, so keep that in mind. But during that time, it could be that we kind of swoop around here and play around here. But eventually, we're gonna go up. So if you do got capital nibbled in right now, if not, just hold it tight, for the next week or two, everything's going to be all right. And eventually it will turn around. Okay. It will turn around. We still have a lot more upside to go this year, guys. Right now, this is really nothing. Okay. I know people are scared, but when people are scared, that's when you go in and buy. When people are all excited and FOMOing and that's when hopefully you already position yourself, already you're in good profits, and that's when you start selling. All right, that's just how it is. Leave it there, guys. Hope you guys had a good weekend. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow this channel. All that stuff really does help. With all that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.